Good morning. It is Monday, February 12th, and this is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and streaming on the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. We are in the heart of World Marriage Week, and Teresa Tomeo will be sharing some of her thoughts in a few minutes after your local weather and this news. Republican State Representative Josh Shriver of Oxford is being criticized for sharing a controversial post on social media. Shriver reposted a world map with mostly black figures and the tagline, "The Great Replacement," on X, formerly known as Twitter. The Southern Poverty Law Center says this is a racist conspiracy narrative that falsely asserts an active and covert effort to replace white majority populations in countries around the globe. State House Speaker Joe Tate wrote on social media last week that Representative Shriver has deeply and personally offended the Michigan House of Representatives. Governor Gretchen Whitmer says she is concerned by the number of Democrats who say they will vote uncommitted in the presidential primary. She says there is a lot at stake in this year's presidential election and is urging people to support President Biden for a second term. Whitmer is telling people to not lose sight of the potential for a second term for former President Donald Trump. 53 affordable housing units are coming to Spring Lake after a ceremonial groundbreaking last week. The lot used to be owned by a church on Savage Street, and Pastor Dan Anderson says they looked for the right developer to partner with and found it in the nonprofit Samaritas.
They're looking at subsidized housing for 35 years, of holding rents down for 35 years, in an environment that is so challenging to find a new home or to even put a roof over your head. And so that's what we're excited about.
Joel Lautenbach is the executive director of affordable living development for the nonprofit group Samaritas.
I mean, we know that rents have gone up so much in the last few years, and there's a shortage of supply. So those factors really make it difficult for ordinary people to find housing.
The project is scheduled to be completed and the homes available and open by February 2025. It will cost $16.4 million. DTE Energy will be demolishing the Trenton Channel power plant in 2 phases. The coal power plant served the community for nearly 100 years before it was shut down in 2022. The smokestacks at the plant will be demolished on March 1st, while the boiler house will come down on May 17th. DTE says nearby residents will likely hear a series of loud noises when the implosion on the site occurs. And as someone who used to live in the area, it's good for that eyesore to come down. Ford Motor Company is getting rid of its driver assist parallel parking feature on new vehicles. Officials say very few people are using it, and removing the feature will save the company $10 million. Auto Forecast Solutions' Sam Fiorani applauded the move by Ford, saying self-parking is difficult to use and can be a hassle to figure out. And this Wednesday is Ash Wednesday, marking the start of Lent. And as a friendly reminder, it is not a holy day of obligation, but it's always good to go to Mass anyway. Check your diocesan or parish website for Mass times near you. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. Sports and your local weather are next. Now this. Today's Detroit forecast features mostly sunny skies with highs in the lower 40s. Tonight turns mostly cloudy with lows in the upper 20s. Tuesday will be partly cloudy with highs in the upper 30s. Tuesday night remains partly cloudy with lows in the mid-20s. Wednesday continues with partly cloudy conditions and highs in the upper 30s. Thursday it's expected to be cloudy with rain showers and snow showers likely in the morning, then tapering off in the afternoon, highs around 40. Today's Saginaw weather brings mostly sunny skies with highs in the lower 40s. Tonight, expect partly cloudy conditions with lows in the upper 20s. Tuesday starts partly cloudy, transitioning to mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 30s. Tuesday night, we'll see clearing skies with lows in the mid-20s. Wednesday remains partly cloudy with highs reaching the upper 30s. And Thursday brings cloudy skies. Snow showers possibly mixed with rain are coming in the morning. Highs will be in the upper 30s. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers in overtime last night, winning Super Bowl 58. It's the first time in nearly 20 years a team has won back-to-back Super Bowls. And Jim Harbaugh is adding another member of his Michigan coaching staff to his new staff with the Los Angeles Chargers. Michigan defensive coordinator Jesse Minter is expected to leave the school and reunite with Harbaugh in Hollywood. The NFL Network reports the Chargers are also set to hire Michigan defensive line coach Mike Elston for the same role. Yesterday was World Marriage Day, and Teresa Tomeo has some thoughts on this sacrament.
How often do we not love well, especially in those relationships at home where they matter most? The impact that we would have as Catholics if we just lived out our marriages and family life as we're called to do. Things would change drastically and dramatically, and maybe not overnight, but we would see a huge, huge increase and improvement in society if we would just do that alone. That's why it's so important to celebrate marriage and to love God and love people, as the song says, right in your own backyard, starting with your family, your domestic church. So each year, and this is according to the USCCB website, National Marriage Week USA and World Marriage Day provide an opportunity for the Catholic Church to focus on and celebrate the vocation of marriage and family life. This year, National Marriage Week USA will be celebrated beginning tomorrow, and I'll be doing more on this as the week progresses. February 7th through the 14th, World Marriage Day, which is commemorated on the second Sunday of February. It's celebrated on February 11th this year. And the theme this time around is Love Beyond Words, which recalls a self-sacrificing love in marriage that is rooted in the wedding promise that the couple makes in matrimony. If you're not in Michigan or Ohio, where we broadcast in the first hour, check with your diocese to see what they're doing in your area.
Catch Catholic Connection weekdays at 8 a.m. on Ave Maria Radio. St. Bernard says, "Let us work for the food which does not perish, our salvation. Let us work in the vineyard of the Lord to earn our daily wage and the wisdom which says, 'Those who work in me will not sin.'" Well, that is going to do it for this edition of Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. You can follow me on X at Radio Handley, and Lord willing, I will be back tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.